Hi everyone, and welcome back to OpenTTD with me, TommyP. It has been yet another massive break from myself. I do apologise. Christmas time and all sorts of mad things going on in the world right now. But we are here today. We have reached Endgame. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Today will be the very last episode of this series. We are at episode 100. It feels appropriate to finish on such a milestone. And we're going to start here. This is going to be quite a long episode, this one, I think. Got a number of things to finish off, and the first of which is here down at Paddington International, connecting in to this East Coast Island branch line. So we'll get cracking. If you recall, we set up all the rail infrastructure and all the stations last time round. So yeah, now it's just a simple case of getting all these connected up. So without further ado, let's get cracking with that. And yeah, just going to be just a small passenger branch line. I think what I'll do here is just get all the stations in place first. And we'll get all the signals in and everything else that we'll need. Yes, it is quite an emotional day for me today. This has been a real labour of love, as this series, one I've thoroughly enjoyed. I hope you guys have as well. But yeah, the time is nearly upon us to say goodbye to Fast Track Limited. And with me saying this will be the last episode, I am actually intending on doing an epilogue episode, which will kind of hopefully be quite an interesting thing. Just using screenshots to show the progress that I've made. Throughout the series. And then after that, I'm oh no, we don't want that. We want that. Yeah, I'm intending on doing another little short video with ideas I've got for my next Let's Play. Now, if I remember, I think I this in such a way that this should fit. Yes. Oh no. That isn't going to fit, so we'll have to run without the buffer stops here. Yeah, even then, that doesn't work. Well, can I get it to work like that? Yes, I can get it to work like that, I think. But yeah, I've had quite a few ideas about what to do for the next series. And I say I'll be getting a video out to run through a couple of the potential scenarios. It'd be quite good to get you guys' opinions as to what you want to see for the next series. Probably is going to be maybe a couple of months before I eventually get going with that, but just looking at doing something obviously a little bit different to this series. Right, that's you done there. Okay, let's get our little groups set up here. What did I call this? East Coast Island branch line. That's going to go from Padston all the way up. No, sorry, no, it's Padston to Dreadingtown. Back down, back down, back down. And I'll trust the old Electro Stars on the go. Where are you? Here we are. Okay, oh, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. I'll get 8, just to be safe. And okay, that's the island branch line all done. That's them little fellas away. Okay, and that's another one off the plan list. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to come back down, right down the map, and one thing that we never actually did was to get a connection into here. And I think what which obviously is the central line, what I'm planning on doing here is just having a very short sprinter service, a little bit similar to kind of what I've done up here with the East Coast Main Line. So these trains now on the East Coast Main Line terminate here, and there's another express sort of sprinter service that takes them into Sut Hill to then join the Central Line, which obviously is connected to the West Coast. I had actually forgotten to get the trains to go to Wunton Branch here and then into Fontbridge. Spotted that just before I came on air, so I have fixed that. But yeah, we're going to do a similar sort of thing down here. And yeah, that should then get this side of the map connected into here, and I think we can do that in a relatively simple way, he says. Yeah, so that can be the line that comes out. I'm going to have a little line out here. And tunnel there. And get these two to then come. Well, that's okay. Oh. Yeah, these can come this way around. And yeah, it's just how we're gonna get these two come out. It's one. Will it let me do that? Oh, it will. And of course needs to be a pass signal. That will go up there, and I think that should be everything that it needs. Yep. So I think if we call that on the East Coast, And that can go from Luddingville all the way up then into Woodinghatton. Yeah, that's got a crossover, so that should be okay. Just don't want to overload that too much, so we'll just get 4 on. That's another one done. Let's just make sure these do what they're meant to do. Yeah, that should be fine. Just want to see what the traffic's like here. Around Luddingville. Yeah, it looks okay. Okay. And then onto our very last port of call. Where have I hidden this? Here we are. And this is the East Coast Central Circular. And yeah, just need to figure out how we're going to do this. So, a relatively easy section here. That's fine. Again, relatively easy to get around here. Get that to come round that way. That's nice and easy. Heartborn. Wow. Right back where we started. Yeah, wondering whether it might be better to come this way. And then tunnel under. Into Radworth. Yeah, Flimfing Way. Looks to be the more difficult challenge here. I would like to try and connect into Flimfing Way North here. And wondering if the best way of doing that is just to expand it, but bit of a problem here because it's quite a sharp turn in. If we're going to do that, we need a much bigger crossover point. Or do we? Let's say this is going to be the trickier of the two. So our underpasses. Okay, let's just build this out here. Can it be done as simply as that? And then just build. I mean, there's not much traffic here, so yeah, to do it sort of in this sort of way. I don't think we'll massively interrupt things, so I'm going to give that a go and see how that gets on. And yeah, let's and if we bridge over like so. And then maybe just do a little bit of retweaking here. Actually, no, that's probably not the best thing to do. We need a straight line into Sinston. that's not going to work either. Ooh, we're making a mess as always. Okay, I think we're just making this a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. So, yeah, so let's do that. Yeah, that should work. Might as well add these stations in as we're going. And again, might as well just signal as well. Right, so with this one, I think I worked out I should be able to bridge and then bridge again. I'll have to get rid of those. Right, let's get another little station in. Do you know what? I'm going to use the default station. I don't think we've actually used this. I'm sure I've used it somewhere, but a bit of nostalgia there. Right. And then can I get this to fit round? I hope so. And it's quite a sizable station here, so we'll go with the Suburban. Okay, that's that one done. And up she pops. Yeah, we're going to bring this down this way, as I say, so I'll do that. I like so. And go with the rural here. I'm really starting to feel the emotions now. Genuinely, I really can't believe this journey is almost at an end. And it's ironic as well. I'd have to check the records, but I'm pretty certain I'm there or thereabouts to exactly 12 months since we started this project. So, yeah, a lot of good memories, a lot of hard work. I think I've mentioned a few times, obviously it is my first Let's Play series that I've ever done, and yeah, my word, it has been a lot of hard work, as I say, but so much fun, and so I really hope you guys have enjoyed the journey. It's been great to do something I believe has never been done before in terms of using the XIS industry set. Yes, we've had some challenges with that along the way, that's for sure. I'd say probably my favourite probably was the vehicles industry set, or the vehicles cargo chain rather. Yeah, never have I ever done anything like that in OpenTTD. In fairness, I've never really ever actually got to this stage of any game as far as OpenTTD goes. Kind of always sort of given up. But yeah, there's just been something about this run through. What's happened there? Of course, right. yeah, that's kind of kept me interested and wanting to get to the end. And yeah, a really rewarding experience. Okay, right, how are we going to do this? Big tunnel? Yeah. Always a big tunnel. And some quantum destruction, of course. Oh, look at that, his tunnel game still on point after all this time. Yes, right, I think we're going to have to do a little bit of rejigging here. So yeah, let's move. Oh, it's not quite right. There we go. Right, what's happening here? Where are you going? I believe I've just done that. There, right, fixed. And this, well, this is a significant moment. This will be the very last platform that I ever build. Let's make it a jazzy one. Did I yes, I did, yes. And these will be the final pieces of track to be laid. There we are. Oh, and what if I forgot? All of these. Of course I have. Let's okay. And let's set up our final group. Central circular. And I think for ease we'll get them going from here. So let's get the anti-clockwise in. We got on there 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, and then seven, 1, 4. And 8. Set you on your way. That is it. Our very last trains we will ever make. Done and out. That can now be removed. All these are done. The East Coast is done. The game is done. Wow, what an incredible journey. Look at the vastness and the complexity of that map compared to how we started. I'm emotional, proud. Let's just have a look at some final figures. Getting on for nearly 4 billion. There. Yeah, company value nearly 4 billion. There we are. Fast Track Limited. HQ. Let's just have a look here. We appear to have some problems. Oh yes, that will cause a problem. What is happening here? Oh, haha. Yes, always helps. Where's that? That's on. Okay, so that's all been buggered up. That's okay, that'll fix itself now. How are these all getting on? Everything seems to be flowing okay here. Have a quick look. Yeah, all fine there. Yeah, these here, I think we knew about for some time. They've been quite unprofitable, but overall, no major issues there. Again, a few unprofitable ones, but again, they're making money elsewhere. No issues with any of our ships, which of course is where it all started. And of course, no issues with the planes. So yeah, from humble beginnings here at Nindhead Fish Market, and of course down here at Wayward, we have grown this vast and mighty transport network. It's been a blast, guys. Thank you so much for all your views, your likes, your comments. It's really meant the world to me, and I look forward to coming back and doing another series soon. But until then, this is TommyP signing off for the very last time on this Let's Play XIS series. Cheers, guys.